Hi, this is Paint Girly from Bricolage with Paint Girly, creating with a variety of available things. And today I have available packing tape, a pair of scissors, and some of my favorite cardstock. Not cardstock, scrapbook paper. I was doing a live the other night and I was doing a transfer on napkins. And I had said to the gals in my chat that I watched a video where someone was doing transfers with packing tape, which I had done before but forgotten about them. And she mentioned scrapbook paper, and I didn't really think you could do it with that. So I was messing around with napkins, and it turned out really great. And then I decided to try the scrapbook paper, and it was unbelievable. So here I have a little piece of graphic 45. I'm also going to try Stamperia, 49 Market, and Chabella. Now these I have already prepped, so I'm going to just put those aside for a second. So here I have my graphic 45. It's from their B collection. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's very cute paper. So I'm going to just take a little section of my packing tape. Now I'm using duck packing tape because that's what I have. But the gal that I watched said she has not found that brand makes a difference. So I'm just putting that on top of my paper. And this is wider than the packing tape. So a friend in my chat, give a shout out to Stacy. She said to overlap it, which I've been doing. So now once you have your tape on there, take a credit card or something that you can burnish that down with. You know, like an old gift card or perhaps your bone folder. And just really work that down really nice and tight. I'm going to peel this up off of my glass work mat. Sure you are. Now, as most of you probably know, you can do this kind of transfer with magazines, images, any laser printed image. Someone mentioned photographs. Peggy, I think Peggy mentioned photographs in my chat. And of course the napkins. And all that works really well. But there were several gals in my chat, which I would call seasoned artisans, and they had never heard that you could do scrapbook paper. So I thought, well, if they didn't know, and I didn't know, there may be a few others of us that didn't realize. So in addition to the packing tape and whatever paper you're going to try to transfer, you need a little container of warm water. I did try with just a spray bottle, and you can get it to work, but it's a lot more work. I tried the warm water and worked like a charm. So now I know this works because I've done the graphic 45 paper before. So I'm just putting this in my warm water for a few seconds, and that just starts to soften up the paper. I like to get it started a little and then dip it back down in. Now, one thing I did learn, I was trying to hurry it along, and I used the my little gift card to get it started. Not to get it started, but to try to clean it off quicker, and it scraped and made marks, which I did not care for. So then all you're going to do is just take your finger and start working this paper off. Now, I have a lot of paper to do here, and I don't want this video to be extremely long. So I'm probably just going to clear a small section so you can see what's going on. And then I want to try those other brands of paper and see if they all work. Now, what you'll find is as you're rubbing this and rubbing the fiber off, It looks a little fuzzy. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. So you can see a little fuzziness because there's still pulp on the back of that. And once you work this to a spot where you get an actual smooth, clear looking finish, you'll know that all the fiber and paper has been removed. And that, my dear friends, is when the magic happens. Now, of course, you could leave some of the fiber on, depending on what you're looking for. Let's flip it over here. So here you can see this is where most of the paper is still on the back, and it's very intense and opaque. And then as I move over here, oh, you know what I should have gotten? Some kind of a, here, let me use this. I don't know if you can see that. See, this is clear and translucent there. And it just gives it a really yummy look. Now, you'll also find that once you do this, most of the adhesiveness of the tape is gone, but it is still somewhat sticky. So you can get it to stick down. I've got them hanging all over my workspace here. But if you're going to put it in a journal and you want it to stay where you put it, or if you're going to use it on journaling cards or however you might want to use it in your work, you might want to add a little bit of paste or glue that's going to dry clear is my suggestion. I would think you'd also could use, and I haven't tried it, I would think you could use your dry tape from your gosh, I haven't used one in years. What do they call it? It'll come to me. It'll come to me in a few minutes. Take your, like your tape runner, you know, or your, gosh, I use it all the time. I was so proud of myself when I bought my first roll of score tape. There you go. Now I'm just rinsing this off in my warm water, just so you can see. Now the edges are not done. You can see, I'll show this to you. You can see I still have a lot of fiber there. But I also have a lot in the center that has now come off. It's so cool. You won't believe it. Scrapbook paper. And that one's graphic 45. So I'm going to set that aside. Kind of brush my crumbles from that off to the side. And let's try next our Stamperia paper. I wanted to get that snail in. So I've overlapped. I did the same thing with this paper that I did with, oh, it looks like I overlapped on the back. Did I? Well, we'll see how that goes. Put my paper down, took my packing tape, put it on, overlapped it, took my gift card, burnished it down. Now, I have not done this with this brand of paper. And I keep dampening my fingers in that warm water. That seems to help. Now, if you do a lot of this, your finger is going to maybe feel a little irritated. So do it in moderation. The other thing to keep in mind is, well, someone suggested using a soft brush, and you could try that. I tried it a little bit. I didn't seem like it got me anywhere. And then I did try, like I said, see, once I got this top layer off, I tried scraping it with the gift card, and I made scratch marks. Where do I have that one? That was the black B paper. And you definitely could see, oh, here it is. Definitely could see where I damaged the design. Let's see, where's that white paper? See how I scratched it? So you don't want to do that. It's a somewhat slow process. It's not terribly slow, but if you want to get a nice clean look and get that backing off of that paper, now keep in mind you can do this with like old catalogs. I'm thinking of that old Sears catalog with all those cool pictures. I'm sure with any old time newspapers or magazines I'm thinking of, and you may not want to use, but they have a lot of ads in them, you know, like your Priscilla, Modern Priscilla, or what's the other one called? Student's Companion. There's some Macintosh. I have a hair stuck to this paper that's driving me. Now my water is cooling down a little bit. But yeah, it's working on this one too. Oh my goodness. Can't get that hair off. It's all wrapped around my rings. You probably didn't need to know that. I think it was also Stacy in my chat, and I will put that live video in my description box if you want to watch it. It would be great if you watched it. She also said that you can keep dipping this back in the water. It won't hurt it. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do all of these because I've got 2 other papers that I want to try to see if it works. So this is the Stamperia. And you can see where it's all translucent. And then up here is where I still have the fiber on the back to still peel off. And it's still a little fuzzy. It's not quite all gone right there in the center yet. So you just have to keep working it. But it's a really cool effect. And like I said, you can use it on tags, on journal pages, journal covers. This is Market 40. This is 49 Market paper. This is very heavy cardstock type paper. But I thought it might be nice to have that beautiful flower and little post box without the heaviness of the paper, you know, using it in a design somewhere. So let's see what we can do. So I've just softened that up just a few seconds in my warm water. And it still is warm. Got me started there. I have not tried, say, like a piece of felt that maybe you might do alcohol inking with and blending, or say a soft cloth. You know, that might help to take some of the fiber off too. You would just have to experiment a little bit. Now this seems to be coming off a little quicker than the others. See how that's just, that top layer is really coming off nice. But like I said, this paper was really heavy. Now, when you do this with a napkin, I mean, it almost melts away because you remove those extra layers of napkin. And you just do, you know, the napkin part that has the design on it. So it's just a thin little film of paper. Let's get more down here. And then before I go, I'll show you. I hope I'll show you. If I can find my project I was working on. Oh, good night. What did I do with that now? I just want to show you how I used some of this pea paper in a project that got me started. Oh, wow, that's really coming off. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. So pretty. Let's just try. This is a damp paper towel here. I don't really want to scratch this image. Oh my goodness. Can you see that? You see my hands right through it? Now let me get the white paper. It's beautiful. So 49 graphic, it works as well. Isn't that cool? Of course, I've got the door open. Now my husband's talking to a neighbor. Now, Ciao Bella. And this is their pack that had all the lemons. Now this is not going to fit in my tub, so I'm just going to bend it. And the back of this is pretty nice too, but I really wanted to get those yellow flowers. The roses. I think they're roses. They look like maybe ranunculus or roses. And I overlapped my tape. Let me put it on my paper. Just trying to get a little bit started here in the center. And my water is not as warm as it was, but it's still warm. It's a little warmer than tepid. All right. Now let's see how this looks. As I'm looking around my work area here to see where my little journal is that I was working on. I had absolutely no idea you could do this with scrapbook paper. You know, you might have a little bit of paper left from a favorite paper line that you can't get anymore. And it's just a little bit that you can't really do much with. You could do a transfer and then add it to a card. Add it to a journaling card or a tag. Put a little portion of it, say on paper, and then a little maybe epoxy dot or something on top. Might just have a little bit left where you could add it to a collage or add it to a cluster. But you think you don't have enough of it to do much with? Boy, if you do this, then it looks so cool. I think this is working as well. Now I'm not down to the clear part here. Just making the little bit in the center. I said to the gals in chat the other night, this is going to be like jelly plating. You know, you get started and you're not going to want to stop. That's how I am with jelly plating. Now see, I'm just rubbing this a little bit here, trying to be gentle, but just moving that fiber. So you can see where the underneath layer really was still kind of on the dry side. Like I said, this one's Chalbella. I didn't pull out any Tim Holtz because, to tell you the truth, I was getting ready to do the video and I couldn't find my Tim Holtz stuff. That's because I'm always using it. I got it out and about. It's probably sitting all over. Okay, I'm getting ready to flip this one over for you. Let's get another little bit here. So I'm going to say, at this point, with trying, what, 3 different paper companies, 3 or 4. Chalbella, Stamperia, Graphic 45, and 49 Market 4. Most of your scrapbook paper is going to transfer to packing tape. Packing tape? Are you serious? Are you serious right now, Lori? I am. Okay. There's the Chalbella, and you can see my hand through here. See, now I still have a little bit of fiber on the back. It's not all the way down to the, still have a little bit of fuzziness. So there's still a little fiber there. But this is an absolutely gorgeous technique. And I'm going to get some more of this cleared off, and then I'm going to use it on probably a journaling card or a tag, and then I'm going to add something else to it, and I might do another video. But I'm not giving away any secrets. Oh, I'm going to work. This one is just absolutely phenomenal. Oh, and I want to show you another thing before I go. Okay, let's see here. I want to show you on one that I've done before. Now, let me see if I can find my goodness, I have stuff everywhere, guys, everywhere. I'm a messy crafter artisan. Here we go. Here's the, I'm working on a little bee journal. Now, my hands are wet, of course. So these are just envelopes, number 10 envelopes. And I put them all together. And this, you'll see this in the live. If you watch the live, I'll link in my description box. But see, here I've got a transfer. This is Graphic 45. They're bee paper. This is just from a napkin. And then on the back, we did a little test. This is just napkin decoupage down. And then this is the transfer tape there. But these transfer tapes, where's another one? See this one? I didn't put any alcohol ink. On this one, I did. So let me show you that. That's something else you can do. Here's a little piece of, let me clean this off just real quick before I go. My paper towel is not very dry. Yeah, I don't have that one finished. Okay, so this, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. This is a piece of the packing tape from the napkin journal. So I'm just going to put that on the paper so you can see the white paper. And then I'm going to take some alcohol ink. Now this is called Latte, and this is Ranger brand. And we're going to see if we can make this look a little more distressed. Now this will take a little bit to dry. Oh, I should have put that on more tape instead of wasting it on my paper towel. Can you see how that? Now, not everybody might be into that look, but I'm very into this old antique aged look. I'm going to use my heat tool just for a second. You don't want to go too long on the tape because you don't want to melt your tape. You want to keep that moving along. Let's see if I can peel this back up now. I should have gotten the, not too bad. Do you see? Oh my gosh, I love it, guys. Okay, so listen, if you're not a sub to my channel, oh, please do. I'd love to have you come alongside and watch what I do. I just love doing all this stuff and sharing what I know and what I'm learning. And share it out. Tell your friends. You can do a packing tape transfer with your scrapbook paper. Who knew? Not me. So there you have it. That's all I have for this video. I'll see you at the next live or maybe the next video. I don't know. Just remember, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.